How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So in this video, we are going to look at 5 keys that are heating up. That means they're going up in price. Maybe they've been high really before, dropped down, but now there's a little uptick going on. It means they're going up in price. Is it a trend that's going to continue? Is this the top for that book and is this going to drop? Is it kind of doing like a yo-yo thing and this just happens to be more of the ups and the downs? We'll cover all that kind of stuff. Also what makes each book special, things like that. All right, so let's get right into it. First, we got Marvel Spotlight number 5. This is the first appearance of Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider. A 4.5 is up 16% from 1425 to 1651. An 8.5 is up 22% from 5,659 to 6,900. And then a 9.6 is up 14% from 84,000, last one sold in January, to a record high of 96,000. So yes, this book has been heating up. It's been kind of heating up for a while. There's still some ups and downs. Obviously, not every grade is going to, be better than the previous month. But I think this might be towards the bottom of this book as I see things, still going up. I mean, look at that record price at a 9.6. So I feel like, Ghost Rider is gonna happen in the MCU soon. I think that's what a lot of people are hoping is going to happen. I mean, I still think there'll be a lot of yo-yoing for a while on this book, but I think overall it'll trend up through the year. I can imagine like some months it might be down, some months it will be up. But overall, I think there'll be a steady incline on this book. Next, we got Toon Dracula number 1. This first appearance of Dracula. We got a 6.0 up 32% from 378 to now 499. A 7.5 is up 23% from 569 to 700. And then a 9.8 selling for 11,400. That is up 19% from 9,600. So with the Blade movie coming out, there's a lot of speculation that Dracula is going to be in the Blade movie. I mean, it would make the most sense, to be honest. I mean, vampire killer, one's a vampire. Also, Blade first appeared in Dracula number 10. So that's why this book's been heating up. And, same with Tomb Dracula 10. It's just been a nice steady incline of like going up in value, which is kind of nice. I'm not even sure when the trailers dropped. I don't even know if they started filming. As far as I know, they haven't really started, but who knows, who's to say. So I would imagine this book would still slowly see a steady incline as the hype continues to build. Marvel Superheroes number 20. This is a great Doctor Doom cover. You got a 4.5 up 11% from 325 to 360. You got a 5.5 up 45% from 341 to 494. And then an 8.5 is up 29% from 852 to one selling for 1099. This is just, it's the first appearance of Valera, but that's not really, not that important. But it has a great cover of Doctor Doom. That's what people like. A lot of speculation that Doctor Doom is going to be in the MCU and he's going to be the main villain versus the Fantastic Four movie, which will probably come out, 2 years, 3 years, somewhere around there. So any Doctor Doom, anything has been kind of heating up as of late. There's been a bit of cool down just because the overall market is a little cooler, but these certain books are still going up. Next, we got one of my all-time favorite covers, Crime Suspense Stories number 22. A 4.0 is up 6% from 4,320 to 4,600. A 5.5 is up 14% from 6,250 back in January to one selling for 7,125. And a 6.0 is up 50% from one selling for 5,500 back in 2020, now selling for 8,300. So this was in the Seduction of Innocence book, which was basically a psychologist saying that comics are destroying the minds of children. And so they showed this book in front of Congress and it was like, look, this is what kids read. This is not good. In bad taste. But I happen to like this book. I like the cover. I think it's awesome. It's a great cover. I think it was and a lot of people happen to agree because that's why it's going up in value and selling, was a 6.0 selling for 8,300. It's harder to get higher grades of this book, but they're available out there. It's not like super rare where it's like you probably pop on eBay and find a couple copies of this for sale. So it's not like incredibly rare. It's not common by any means. But, these classic covers, this is a classic cover. Golden Age, things like that. These are always going to command value. They have such a built-in audience over time. And, it's just when you have a cover that is actually iconic, you have to actually think to yourself, why is this cover iconic? Well, because you show it to someone, kid, adult, whatever it is, and they go, ooh, that's cool. Ooh, I like that. Like, especially someone that's into comics. So when I was first shown this, when I was a kid, I was like, wow, that's cool. I love it. And I've loved it ever since. Now, I'm not rare. Most people you show this cover to, they're going to go, oh, wow, that's cool. And so many people that say, oh, it's cool. And as time goes on, those people eventually get into collecting more valuable comic books or they have money. And then they start going, oh, I want to go for this cool cover that I've always liked. And that's what boosts this price. It's not like it's a first appearance of anyone or anything like that. It's literally the cover is only significance. Other than it's used in the seduction of innocence, it's literally the only significance. And this has been homaged before. There was a picture, I think it was Wolverine cut off Sabretooth's head and it was just like this. So it's definitely still has appeal in current comic books. And so, if there's someone out there who's brand new to comics or whatever, you'll probably come across this cover and like, oh, that's a really cool cover. And then one day maybe you'll have money and you'll go back and you'll buy something like this. That's why these covers always stick around. They'll always have value. Next, we got X-Men 28. A 4.0 is up 23% from 160 to 197. A 7.5 is up 67% from 405 to 675. And a 9.0 is up 20% from one selling back in January for 1075. Now currently one selling on average for 1290. This is the first appearance of Banshee. Pretty, not huge X-Men, but, big enough to kind of have his own key of X-Men 28. So, he was in First Class. Was he in another one? I can't remember, but I know he was in First Class, X-Men First Class. So, to be honest, I'm not even sure why this is heating up. Probably maybe, it got a boost from the comic boom, went down, but now it's like coming back. It's earlier X-Men. People want this. So if you're kind of completing the run or if you want the first Banshee. So there's some legs there. I wouldn't say this is going to be a book that all of a sudden is going to massively spike anytime soon, but you could, it'll probably just go up and down like this for a while. Last one on the list is an update. I like to do one that I've done previously from a while ago, and let's see how that is doing. Also, if you like this kind of content, help out the channel, just hit that little subscribe button or hit the little like button. All right, thanks. All right, we got New Gods #1. This is first appearance of New Gods. 8.0 is down 34% from when I did it back in March for 215 to now selling current average 140. Average of a 9.0 used to be 288, now it's 290, so up 1%. And then a 9.2 used to average 350, now averaging 268, down 23%. No real surprise there. There's really nothing happening with New Gods. So why would it continue to go up? So like I said, most of these books are going to yo-yo. You look at them in 1 month, they could be down. Look at it a couple months later, could be up. That's just kind of how it's going to go with these books. Unless there's something going on, a reason for more people. So there's like a floor and a ceiling, right? So a book goes and it's an auction and you have a 9.8 of this book. It's not going for $10 in auction. Like that would never happen because there's a floor. So it gets to a certain point. So, sometimes the floor and ceilings are pretty big. So it hops around in between there. I think in generally most comics are going to have a little slight, incline if it's a good key like this. But, it's just going to hop around between that. That's pretty much it. Have a good day.